In a world that often seems focused on personal achievement and material well-being, the idea of serving others may seem archaic or even naive. However, a growing body of scientific evidence and the wisdom of ancient traditions indicate that actively serving and helping others is not just a noble act, but also a powerful path to personal happiness and sustainable well-being. This phenomenon is often referred to as the egoism of altruism, implying that by helping others, we ultimately benefit ourselves greatly. This is not a cynical approach, but a profound understanding of the relationship between our own well-being and the well-being of the world around us. Service enriches our lives, fills them with meaning, and allows us to experience deep, lasting joy. This is seeing unlimited greatness. Many of us grew up believing that happiness comes from satisfying our own desires and needs. However, this approach often leads to an endless pursuit of new acquisitions or experiences that bring only fleeting satisfaction. Ultimately, this path can leave you feeling empty and isolated. In contrast, an act of service breaks the cycle of self-centeredness. When we focus on the needs of others, our brains switch from internal experiences to external actions. This activates the pleasure and reward centers, releasing neurotransmitters such as oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin, which are associated with feelings of happiness, trust, and attachment. So the benefits of service are not metaphorical, they have a real, measurable neurobiological basis. How service affects our well-being. The impact of service on mental and physical health, as well as overall quality of life, is multifaceted: reduced stress and improved mood. Acts of kindness and helping others significantly reduce levels of the stress hormone cortisol. Instead, they promote the production of endorphins, which produce a feeling of euphoria known as a helper's high. Regular service helps to cope with depression and anxiety by creating a positive emotional background, strengthening social connections. Service often involves interacting with others, whether they are volunteers, beneficiaries, or colleagues in a common cause. This creates new social connections, strengthens existing relationships, and combats feelings of loneliness. The feeling of belonging to a community united by a common goal is a powerful factor in psychological well-being, increasing self-esteem and a sense of meaning. When we see how our efforts benefit others, it increases our sense of self-worth and competence. Service gives life deep meaning, especially in times of crisis or loss. The feeling that you can make a difference, even with small actions, is a powerful source of inner strength and satisfaction. Developing empathy and gratitude. By focusing on the needs of others, we develop the ability to empathize and understand other people's experiences. This makes us more sensitive and compassionate. In addition, seeing the struggles of others makes us appreciate what we have more, which helps us develop a sense of gratitude. Gratitude, in turn, is one of the key components of happiness. Improved physical health. Research shows that people who regularly volunteer or help others live longer and suffer less from chronic diseases, such as hypertension and heart disease. This may be due to both a direct reduction in stress and a more active lifestyle, which often accompanies service. Practical forms of service. Service does not have to be something grandiose or require a huge amount of effort. You can start small by integrating the principles of helping others into your daily life. Volunteer. Devote a few hours a week or month to a cause you care about. This could be helping at an animal shelter, working in a hospital, participating in environmental projects, helping the elderly or children. Small acts of kindness. Smile at a stranger, hold the door, give up your seat, offer to help your neighbor, give a compliment. These small actions don't take much time, but can significantly improve someone's day and your own mood. Mentoring and knowledge sharing. If you have experience or knowledge in a particular area, share it. Help a younger colleague, mentor a student, or simply give advice to someone who needs it. Charity. If you don't have time to volunteer, you can donate money or items to charity. Even a small amount or unnecessary items can make a big difference. Supporting loved ones. Actively listen to your friends and family, offer to help them when needed, be there for them during difficult times. Sometimes just being present and paying attention can help a lot. Environmental service. Caring for the planet is also a form of service. Participate in cleanups, conserve resources, reduce consumption, advocate for environmental initiatives. Altruistic selfishness, a deeper understanding. The concept of altruistic selfishness does not imply that we help others solely for our own benefit. Rather, it points out that human nature is such that it is in our own interests, both evolutionary and psychological, to cooperate and help each other. These are not mutually exclusive concepts, but complementary. When we act out of a sincere desire to help without expecting anything in return, we often receive much more, a sense of joy, gratitude, connection, and meaning. This side effect of service does not make it less valuable to others, but makes it even more attractive and sustainable for ourselves. Service is not only a way to change the world for the better, but also a powerful tool for the transformation of our own soul. It is a path to a deeper understanding of yourself, your place in the world, and the true meaning of happiness. In a world that is constantly looking for new sources of satisfaction, service remains one of the most tried and true paths to sustainable, authentic well-being. Overcoming barriers to service. Despite the obvious benefits, people sometimes face barriers that prevent them from actively participating in service. One such barrier is a lack of time. In today's fast-paced life, it seems that there is no free minute for yourself, let alone for others. However, as mentioned, even small, everyday acts of kindness are already a form of service. Scheduling, volunteering as an integral part of your schedule, rather than as an additional burden, can help overcome this obstacle. Another barrier may be a feeling of incompetence or a sense that your contribution will be too small. It is important to remember that every action counts. Even the smallest help, given sincerely, can have a huge impact on someone else's life. Start with what you can handle and gradually expand your capabilities. Often, organizations that need help offer training and support for volunteers, so you won't be alone. Sometimes people experience emotional burnout, especially if they are constantly working with someone else's pain or problems. In these cases, it is very important to pay attention to self-care. Service should not drain you, it should fill you up. Set reasonable boundaries, delegate tasks when possible, and be sure to set aside time for your own rest and recovery. Remember that you cannot effectively help others if you yourself are on the verge of burnout. Self-care is not selfish, but necessary for long-term and sustainable service. Finally, cynicism or a lack of confidence in the effectiveness of your actions can also be an obstacle. In a world full of problems, it is easy to feel powerless. However, service is not an attempt to solve all the world's problems alone. It is a way to make a difference. Focus on what you can change and celebrate these small victories. Drop by drop, an ocean is built. Ultimately, incorporating service into our lives is not only a path to personal prosperity, but also a key element in building a more compassionate and sustainable society. It is an investment in collective well-being that pays off handsomely for everyone who chooses to embark on this path.
If you'd like to support the channel and help us keep pushing forward, there are links in the description where you can donate. Every contribution helps us reach more people, do more good, and keep this mission alive. There's also a store down below where you can grab something for yourself, or even better, a gift for someone you care about. It's a simple way to spread love and let someone know they matter. We're all just trying to grow, to become better, to rise above the noise and step into who we're really meant to be. And I truly believe change is possible, the kind of change that creates a ripple effect and helps others see the beauty still left in this world. This channel is about real growth, real transformation, and I'm here to give you a front row seat to what that looks like. Raw, honest, and grounded in purpose. God is within all of us, and my goal is simple: to reflect that light as clearly and powerfully as I can, for you and for the world around us.